Alright guys, I'm Stack back here with another MUT gameplay. You guys are getting a treat. It's a 2-for-1. The previous video was a wager game against SDW, and I played a couple games after that and ran into the number 2 ranked player, Dank Dank, and I decided to record this as well. So we're going to go ahead and get right into the gameplay. He's got a super juiced team. He's got that flashback Chris Johnson, Michael Vick. He's running that Browns offense. And right here, he ends up dotting me up the seam with that Chris Johnson we just mentioned. 96 speed, gets all the way down to about the 7-yard line. And we are already in trouble defensively. He runs a pretty vanilla offense. It's mainly inside zone from shotgun and a few really tough to defend play action plays. And he goes to fullback dive right here. We stuff it because we've got a little bit of that fullback dive defense. Not a lot of fullback dive defense. We got a little bit. He goes to the dive right here. We just cannot get in the backfield and make a play on his runner. So first play of our drive, we go to the flat. Of course, Keenan Allen drops it. That was about to be 5 yards. So we say, okay. We go to a little corner flat street combo. There's nothing there. I'm rolling out. I see RB. I didn't even see the safety. I get a little bit lucky there. I'm throwing it up to Julius Thomas. So worked out in our favor right there. We're down to about the 50. We decide to run the ball, keep it inside, try to avoid the hit stick, pick up about 5 yards. Nice little run right there for us. We're still in our ace pair flex. Go with a little bit of a play action, and the theme of this game is going to be me taking advantage of him being in a cover 3 shell most of the game. You saw right there, I hit him up the seam. That's going to be what I'm trying to exploit right there. That was a bad read, but I passed it up because I knew I didn't have anything else open just in case his defender, decided to make a play on the ball. It would be really too high for him. Right there was a lot of pass interference. The flat zone PI'd the heck out of my trail route that I motioned out, and I got away with that. Should have been probably picked off, but it's all good. We're in our gun bunch scheme down in the red zone. I'm thinking he's in cover 2 here, backing off his coverage, or at least on the right side it looks like it maybe be a cover 2. So we motion on a wheel route, trying to lob it up, but it ends up being like a cover 3 shell again. But we playmaker the halfback, get down to about 3rd and 4. Hurry up. I think we got him on the ropes. I know what defense he's in. He's going to blitz that left of screen outside linebacker. I'm going to have the slant wide open, but he lurks it. And that was me making a pre-snap read and just going with it, and he did a really good job. He lurked me and picked it off. So it's 7-0. He's got the ball back. We're going to have to lock up on defense here, and we get a hit on the quarterback, and he gets the ball off just in time, so there's no sack. He goes back to the same formation again. He goes ahead, and I believe he runs inside zone here. I know he gets the PA again. We're locking up everything. He tries to roll out, but we've got contains out there, and he gets sacked. So it's 3rd and 25. Goes ahead and goes to 4 verts, but we send a screamer off the left side. Take him down at the 1-yard line, force him into a punt, and we are going to take over right at about midfield. Still an ace pair flex. We're rolling out left, and I don't know why I even jumped right there. I think I panicked and hit Y to try to throw it to Y because I was afraid it was going to fumble, but Mariota's looking around like, what are you doing, M-Stack? Right here, we're trying to take advantage of that cover 3 shell, and we got him in the seam. Guys, cover 3 shells this year are good sometimes, but play like 4 verts is going to burn it in the seam. So we went ahead and took advantage of that. Right here, he's running a little bit of inside zone. Like this guy was running inside zone, probably ran about 20 times this game. It's a super effective run, and it can be extremely annoying when your opponent has a really good team like this. It's so hard to contain all game. Eventually, they're going to break off a big one. And right here, we got a little PI going our way. We had a purple zone out there. He tried to throw a wheel route, and the wheel route kind of just bumped him. Right here, last year, that would have been an interception. It just would not let me break down on the ball. I don't know. It felt like there was a force field there. So he converted a 4th down, and I was pretty upset about that. He's taking off with Vic. He's going to get a good block right here and pick up close to 20 yards on a scramble. I got to remember that. Got to keep Vic in the pocket. He's not a great passer. He's a good enough passer, but keeping him in the pocket is paramount to beating Vic. Right here, we just play a little man coverage. He's got nothing there. We have a spy out there. We send the spy at him and get the sack. And on this play right here, I made a stupid mistake. I outthink myself in games sometimes so much that I end up killing myself. I was in a cover 4, and I bluff blitzed the flat to make it look like I was sending pressure, and hopefully he would throw it right to me, but that opened up the wheel route, and he scores a Brandon Cooks. So that was a bad move by me. Good read by him. Here we got to go ahead and get some points. There's not a whole lot open. We end up finding a dot, an absolute dot, into looked like triple coverage. There was guys all around, and Mariota put it right in the sweet spot. Right here we run a great play. We run a flat fade comeback route combo, hit the comeback route, and we are moving the ball. 25 seconds left. I'm trying to get into field goal range so bad. We're in ace pair flex. He's running man coverage, but we find our Keenan Allen on a post route right in between the safeties, and end up picking up a big gain. Right here, we put a little drag route out to kind of fool his user, and then we hit the post route. We got 12 seconds left, no timeouts. I'm hurrying the line, and we've got to spike this ball. We've got to get up to the line. Waiting on my tight end. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, 1 second left, and we get a field goal. At first, I thought he was going to block my field goal because there's a glitch in the game where you can block a field goal at the end of the half, and even if you're offsides, the clock will run out. So that's what I thought he was going to do right there, but he ends up not doing that, and we're going to get our 3 points right before half.
Should be an easy one here.
So moving on to the second half, what I'm thinking here is gotta try to establish a little bit of a ground game here. Gotta make him respect it. Try to get his user out of the way and throw some passes into the seam. Right here, we make a great playmaker. If you saw the play art before the play, I had a streak route from the halfback following up the corner route. Got his user to drift back just far enough where we can make a play and playmaker him back across the first down line. But then we go ahead and take a sack. Tried to hit a corner route and had maybe a purple out there or something. And we're in a bad spot, but we bomb it to T.Y. Hilton in the seam. Remember, guys, I said cover 3. Any cover 3 shell is weak in the seam. So I had to take a shot right there. It was 3rd and long. I don't feel bad about that one at all. And we're going to go ahead and follow up that theme of hitting the seam right here. We throw a dot into the seam. There's nobody there. Motioned out the wheel route. The blue on the right can't play it. The safety can't play it. And it was all up to his user right there. He just didn't get back far enough. So we're going to go ahead and take a 17-14 lead. Minute left in the 3rd quarter. Right here, I'm just going to try to contain this inside zone. He cuts back and almost gets outside, which is actually kind of a problem in this year's game. The cutback from the inside zone is a little bit ridiculous. It's almost like a counter play. It's super fast, super tough to defend if you don't know it's coming. And right here, he goes to strong close, runs a dive, and he ends up getting stuffed in the backfield. So we're shutting down his run pretty good this game. Pretty well, I should say. And he goes hurry up. I think he wanted to run it again, but he got kind of nervous. So he's going to call a timeout. And he was in a formation that's a toss-type formation. He ends up running into his own guy and getting that contextual spin, which ends up screwing him over. Right here, we are going to go to a screen, which is something I like to do in the red zone. I haven't run gun split close a whole lot, but he covers the screen and we hit the flat pattern. Right here, I'm going to go to a toss of my own, but my blockers run into each other, so we have to cut back inside really fast to try to prevent a loss on the play. And we did a good job of getting back inside with Terrell Davis. Right here, I go to my own fullback dive, end up powering it into the end zone from 6 yards out. So shout out to Chris Ivory for that. He lowered his head, got in the end zone. So right now we have a pretty commanding lead with about 3 minutes left, 24-14, and all I'm thinking is don't give up the big play. Do not give up the big play. Don't give up the big play. Oh my God. He dumps it into the flat to Terrell Davis. Man-to-man coverage. I didn't get my guy over in time, and he takes it down to the 1 yard line on one play. Crucial error on my part. And we know the QB sneak's coming. We got a little bit of QB sneak defense. We're going to hit him right here, stop him, make him use a little bit more clock. But he ends up getting it in anyways. I think if you run this QB sneak enough, you're eventually going to get it in. It's really tough to defend. That time the guard or the center actually slid over to pick me up. and I wasn't expecting that. Here he goes, onside kick. We recover it, and right now I'm thinking, okay, we just need to get past this 2-minute warning, get 1 first down, and the game's over. So we're going to go ahead and run inside zone. Terrell Davis just rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling forward. He ends up taking a timeout, so we go to 1 QB kneel to make him take a timeout, and then we run the ball 1 time to make him take his last timeout, and we hit the drag going across the field and juke his defenders out of his shoes to pick up the first, and we are just going to go ahead and kneel this one out, boys. We got to win versus the number 2 ranked player, just another notch on the belt, and right here he starts to be a little salty, and this is where I lose a little bit of respect for him, going off sides, and just let the game end. You know, you lost the game. Don't be a poor sport about it, guys. If you lose a game, you lose a game. You know, I feel like I played a pretty good game. There wasn't any overly glitchy stuff that I was doing. I wasn't throwing up aggressive catches, or I wasn't nanoing, or I mean, it was a pretty fair game. I would say there was no EA BS really. We kind of just, played our game, dotted him up the field, made our reads, and got the W. So he's going to go off sides again, and after this, next time that he goes off sides, it's going to kick him out of the game. So I end up losing out like 600 coins probably, which, whatever, it's okay. If you want to play that way, play that way. But that's going to be it. Guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Look for more YouTube content from me in the future, and if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Later.